So on today's review, we'll be looking at the Suzuki Fronx GL and GLX model. So we'll be looking at the entry-level model, which is the GL, and the top range model, which is the GLX model, so that we know what is the difference between these two models. Anyway, I know that I was supposed to be uploading the review of the Suzuki Baleno, as a lot of people voted for the Suzuki Baleno, but one thing I can assure you is that you're looking at the bigger sister of the Suzuki Baleno. It's just the Baleno in high heels, if I should put it that way. I'll still upload the review of the Suzuki Baleno because I have to keep my promise. But for now, let's focus on the bigger sister, the Suzuki Fronx. Welcome to another review. Please make sure that you subscribe, you like, and all we're trying to do on this channel is to figure out if a car is worth buying. So after watching this review, please let me know if this car is worth buying or not. And if not, which car would you go for? The car that you're currently seeing on your screen is the Suzuki Fronx GLX model, which is the top spec model. Well, one thing I'm going to say about this car is that it's a beautiful car. This car is proper, the exterior, it's giving. The Suzuki Fronx is a compact crossover SUV. It blends with all the elements of the coupe, hatchback, and SUV design. So, as I said, this is the bigger sister of the Suzuki Baleno, but Toyota also has a Suzuki Fronx of theirs, which is called the Toyota Starlet Cross. So if you didn't know, Toyota and Suzuki have a partnership. That's why, for example, the Suzuki Baleno also has a twin sister from Toyota, which is the Toyota Starlet. And you also get the cars like the Toyota Vitz and the Suzuki Celerio. These cars all look similar, even the Suzuki Fronx and the Suzuki Fronx and the Toyota Starlet Cross. Actually, not that they look similar. It's practically the same car, There's just minor differences in terms of how they look, exterior differences, especially in the front, But at the back, it's really the same car. The difference is just the badge. Both of these cars, the Suzuki Fronx and the Toyota Starlet Cross, are manufactured at the Suzuki plant in India. The one thing that I do really appreciate about the Suzuki Fronx is that exterior-wise, both models literally look the same. There isn't much differences. But let's see if you can spot the difference, right? So I'm going to show you both cars on the screen and let's see if you spot any noticeable differences. So you've been looking at the Suzuki Fronx GLX model, right? So this is the GLX model. So you can see, right? Okay. And then this is the Suzuki Fronx GL model, which is the entry-level model. So have a quick look, right? And please let me know before you continue. You can pause the review and let me know if you see any differences in the comment section. But yeah, it's not really easy to notice the differences because there isn't really much, But anyway, so exterior-wise, what is the difference? So, with the GLX model, you get 16-inch polished alloy wheels. They practically have a touch of silver that you see on the screen, right? And then with the GL model, you get spot black alloy wheels. They're just all black. They still look nice, for like an entry-level car. So, other noticeable differences between the GL and GLX model is that so the GL model only has black roof rails, whereas the GLX has silver roof rails. So both the Suzuki Fronx GL and GLX model come with LED headlights and daytime running lights as standard. I have to give this one to Suzuki. They did a great job with this car. I really love the fact that exterior-wise, the cars look the same. Also, the finishes, guys. Also, the fact that there's daytime running lights, it's that thing, that thing. This car is that thing. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, this is a proper car. A lot of brands do not offer daytime running lights as standard. So, wow. Okay, as I said, right, This is practically a review of the Toyota Style Cross too, because it's the twin of the Suzuki Fronx. So even in the Toyota Style Cross, you do get daytime running lights as standard. Well, so between these two cars, between the Toyota Style Cross and the Suzuki Fronx, it's just a matter of deciding which car like do you prefer, or which brand do you prefer, or which car do you think looks better exterior wise. Well, there are some people who care about looks, and there's some people who just want a nice, decent car that will get them from point A to point B. And guess what kind of a person am I, I'm that one. Who cares about looks? It's me. When it comes to a car, nah, I'm that girl, guys. Like my car must look nice if I have a choice, ne. But if like let's say my budget is that and that's what I afford, then it's fine. But if I have a choice to go for something I like, Hashem, I'm that girl. So for example, right, with the Suzuki the Suzuki Fronx and the Palino, yeah. But anyway, with the Suzuki Palino, right, which is just a hatchback, right, because this is a crossover SUV, right? So with the Suzuki Palino, the hatchback, the smaller sister to the Suzuki Fronx, with the entry level, the GL, you don't get daytime running lights, and with the GLX model, you get daytime running lights. What I like with the Suzuki Fronx is that both cars get daytime running lights, and they look like, this car looks nice. Like now you have to like give it to Suzuki, guys. Like this looks nice. Well, even the Toyota Style Cross looks nice. It's like, if I were to decide between the two cars, I don't know, to be honest. Like, it's a hard decision because they both look nice. Even the Toyota Style Cross looks proper. But even the Suzuki Fronx looks proper. Shame. Guys, these cars. Yeah, for those who feel like the Toyota Style Cross looks nice, better than the Suzuki, and the Suzuki Fronx looks nice, better than the Toyota Style Cross, yeah, just go for what you think looks nice. If you don't care much about maybe the badge and stuff, because the difference is just the badge. Even interior wise, these like, it's the same car. Interior wise, they're identical. Difference is just the badge on the steering wheel. That's just about it. So the top range model, the Suzuki Fronx GLX, comes with a 360 view camera, right? So just below the Suzuki badge, you can see there's a camera, and even on the side mirrors just below, just have a look there, you see there on the mirrors, right? So yeah, there's also cameras there, and then there's also a camera at the back just below the Suzuki badge. There's a camera, so there's practically 4 cameras in the Suzuki Fronx GLX, which gives it the 360 view degree camera. So another great feature is that the back camera, the camera just under the Suzuki badge at the back, right? So that's actually a reverse camera. What I do really appreciate is that both models, the GL and the GLX model, both have a reverse camera. It's not an optional extra or anything. And by the way, you get this car as it is. You cannot add any optional extras or anything. Yeah, so yeah, when you buy a Suzuki Fronx GLX model, you get the car with those features. When you buy a Suzuki GL model, you get the car with those features. You cannot add maybe a 360 degree view camera on a GL model or anything. You just cannot. So guys, yeah, no, it's a great feature, to be honest. Especially if you're a new driver. But even if you've been driving for a while and stuff, it's just a great feature to have. But even the GL model, you only get the reverse camera, right? The back camera, which is under the badge, that's what you get on the GL model. So yeah, that's just for reversing and stuff. So in the GL model, you do not get a 360 view camera. Now you don't get that, but it's not a train smash. It's really not a train smash, but at least you get a reverse camera. That's something, because a lot of people are going for these cars. Some people are just first time car buyers. It's really not a train smash. It's just preference at this point. If you feel like you want to go for the 360 view camera, go for it. If you feel like you don't need it, it's still fine as long as you have the reverse camera, because in some cars you don't even get a reverse camera standard. So Suzuki, one thing about you guys, you're so considerate. I love that. You don't have to pay for extras. So both the Suzuki Fronx GL and GLX model both come with an armrest, and that is standard. One thing I feel like Suzuki, okay, one thing I wish Suzuki could work on is the panoramic sunroof, guys. Like, that was the only thing missing in this car. Guys, have you seen the Suzuki Grand Vitara? Please stick around. I'll definitely do a review of that car. It's giving luxury. Yo! Anyway, let's focus on this car, Yeah, man. So, yeah, exterior-wise, yeah, the cameras, that's the other difference that you'll see on this car. And let's go to the interior. So as I said, the interior of this car and the interior of the Toyota Star Cross, it's literally the same. Difference is the badge, Yeah, so interior wise, it looks nice. Well, there's just one thing I don't like about the interior, just one thing. The color of the seats, that maroon color. But it's not better. Actually, in person, it looks way better because, in person, it looks way better, to be honest. But if I were to choose, I'd say, guys, just stick to black, Even this maroon thingy on the dashboard, I'd say stick to black. But it looks nice, especially in person. It really looks nice. But I can say, guys, like, black, black won't hurt. Black won't hurt, So, yeah, I don't know why they're going for maroon and stuff. Even in the Suzuki Palino, the seats are actually navy blue, Yeah, which is, yeah, I think all black would have been great too, but I don't know, maybe to add some color, I don't know. So the Suzuki Fronx comes with a multifunctional leather covered or leather wrapped steering wheel, and that's standard on all the models. And in this model, the GLX model, the screen that you're currently seeing here, it's a 9-inch infotainment display. Whereas in the GL model, you get a 7-inch infotainment display, right? So, yeah, man, to be honest, I'll just be honest about this one. I feel like the screen on the GLX model looks nice. It looks, I don't know, it's just giving. The one in the GL, it's just okay. It's just okay. It's not like, yeah, it's still doable. But I just think that the one in the GLX model just makes the car look more nice. It makes the interior look, it's giving, I don't know, like, I don't want to say luxury, but it's just giving something like nice. And for that price, it's quite impressive, So anyway, in terms of this, they both have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So yeah, that's the least of your worries. So in the Suzuki Fronx GLX model, you get keyless entry and push start. So keyless entry is a feature that allows you to lock and unlock the car without inserting a key in the car door, but you just have to be like close to the car door to do that, So yeah, it's a nice feature, Yeah, and also this car has wireless charging. Yo, guys, one thing I can tell is that wireless charging is a lifesaver. If you forgot your cable, it's really a lifesaver. I've been in a situation where I did not have a cable and my battery was dying. So your wireless charging is a lifesaver. And just to elaborate on the part of push button start, this means that when you start your car, you don't need to put the key in the ignition. You can just press a button and then it starts, Yeah, so this button that you see, you just press it and then your car turns on. So yeah, well, man, it's giving. I'm impressed, I'm honestly impressed. The Suzuki Fronx also has automatic climate control. The Suzuki Fronx GLX model comes with a glass panel display, which is normally referred to as a head-up display. And this only comes out after you start the car, so it's quite a great feature. So the car that you're currently reviewing right now, this is an automatic gearbox. On those heads-up display, you have an option of like it can show your speed, your low fuel reminders, open door warnings, and all that. So this car has 3 USB ports. You get one in the front and you also get 2 at the back. So yeah, one great feature this car also has is cruise control. So cruise control is a feature that allows the car to maintain a constant speed set by the driver without the need for the driver to like press the accelerator. So this is quite helpful on the highway, especially if you're traveling long distance, like from one province to the next, And wow, this car is quite spacious inside. It's very comfortable. It's very comfortable. Even the Toyota Star Cross, as I said, it's literally the same thing. It's comfortable. Yo, like it's so comfortable. Like wow. Wow, yeah, wow, this car, guys, like, please take it from me. It's very comfortable. The seats are comfortable. So there's also enough leg room for passengers at the back to sit comfortably. So yeah, this car is quite spacious inside. So both models of the Suzuki Fronx come with electrically adjustable mirrors and folding mirrors. You also get electric windows for both the passengers in the front and at the back. Let's check out the boot. But before we do that, can you just take a moment and just adore this car? I really like how it looks at the back. Like it's a 10 out of 10. It looks proper at the back. I also like the detailing on the lights. Well, whoever we came up with the design of this car, yo, Hashim, uberekile mo, hayi wenze taba. Wenze taba mo. The boot space of the Suzuki Fronx is 304 liters. Well, when you compare it to cars like the Kia Sonet, the Renault Kaiga, they have much more boot space. But to be honest, for me, this is enough. I think it's still spacious. When you're traveling with family, there's still enough space for everyone to put bags. Like, you can work your way around it. It's not like your hatchback kind of space. So I'm really happy with it. Also, just under the boot, you do get a spare wheel. You can get the entry-level Suzuki Fronx GL model, which comes with a manual transmission for 298,000. And then with the Toyota Styled Cross, you can get the entry-level, which is the Toyota Styled Cross XS model, manual transmission for 299,000. So when it comes to the entry models of both the Toyota Styled Cross and the Suzuki Fronx, it's just 1,000 the price difference. So with these cars, it's just a matter of deciding which car you like. You can get the Suzuki Fronx GL automatic transmission for 319,000, and with the Toyota Styled Cross XS automatic transmission, you can get it for 330,000. So the price difference between the automatic transmissions of both the entry levels are the Suzuki Fronx and the Toyota Styled Cross is about 10,600. So when it comes to the top spec model of the Suzuki Fronx GLX manual transmission, you can get it for 342,000. And when it comes to the top spec Toyota Styled Cross manual transmission, you can get it for 347,000 rand. So the price difference with the top spec manual transmissions between these two cars is just 5,000. You can get the Suzuki Fronx GLX model, which is the top spec model automatic transmission, for 362,000, and the Toyota Styled Cross XR automatic transmission, which is the top range model, you can get for 368,000. So the price difference between the top spec model of the Suzuki Fronx and the Toyota Styled Cross is 5,600. This car comes with a 1.5 liter naturally aspirated engine. It produces 77 kilowatts and 138 Newton meters of torque. The claimed fuel consumption for the Suzuki Fronx manual transmission is 5.5 liters to the 100. And the claimed fuel consumption for the automatic transmission is 5.7 liters to the 100. So one thing about this car, it's very fuel efficient. So when I say that the Toyota Styled Cross and the Suzuki Fronx, it's literally the same car, I also mean like in terms of features, it's literally the same car. So everything I said regarding the Suzuki Fronx GLX model applies to the Toyota Styled Cross XR model, which is the top spec model. Everything I said about the Suzuki Fronx GL model applies to the Toyota Styled Cross XS model. So these are entry-level models. So it's literally the same car, the same boot space, everything is just the same. And as I said, inside they also look identical. The difference is the badge. The fuel consumption of these cars, it's literally the same. So these cars are the same. The Suzuki Fronx comes with a 5-year, 200,000 kilometer warranty, whereas the Toyota Styled Cross comes with a 3-year, 100,000 kilometer warranty. whichever comes first. So the other difference between the Suzuki Fronx GL and GLX model is that in the GL model, you only get 2 airbags, whereas in the GLX model, you only get 6 airbags. So, as I said, even with the Toyota Standard Cross, the XS model, the same applies. It also has 2 airbags. I'm honestly not happy about that because it means that when you want 6 airbags, you have to go for the top range model. The Suzuki Swift only starts at 224,000, but that car comes with 6 airbags as standard. So, to be honest, I'm not happy about this one because the Suzuki Fronx GL or the Toyota Standard Cross XS model, the entry-level models, they practically start at 300,000. That's a lot of money, and you only get 2 airbags. And to be honest, I'm really not happy about that. Yes, the Suzuki Swift is a smaller car and all that, but getting 6 airbags as standard, and then you have to get a GL for almost 300k, and you don't even get 6 airbags. Nah, I'm not happy, to be honest, about that. The Suzuki Fronx or the Toyota Standard Cross is competing with cars such as the Renault Kiger, the Kia Sonet, Nissan Magnite, Cherry Tiggo 4 Pro. And to be honest, if I were to choose between all these cars, I'd still go for the Toyota Standard Cross or the Suzuki Fronx. I feel like when you buy those cars, it's just a win-win. You just get a lot. It's just like a full package and at an affordable price. Okay, except the part of airbags. Suzuki, please work on that. But otherwise, this is a win-win. It's a 10 out of 10. I'm happy with this car. I like how it looks. I like everything about it, except those 2 things I mentioned. So regardless of whether you go for the Toyota or for the Suzuki, I still think you're going to be happy with any decision you make because you're still going to be driving the same car. We've come to the end of the review. So, is the Suzuki Fronx worth buying? Please let me know in the comment section. And okay, let's do this, right? Between the Suzuki Fronx and the Toyota Standard Cross, which car would you go for and why? And if you go for another brand, please tell us why you'd go for another brand and not the Suzuki Fronx or the Toyota Standard Cross. Thank you for watching. Please make sure that you like. Please make sure that you subscribe. Please make sure that you subscribe. Please make sure that you subscribe and don't forget to comment. See you on the next review.